Yes, guys, we are back. I'm going to take you through a pull session today. I'm going to record it and I'm going to voiceover and kind of give you a run through and break it down that way. So that's what we're going to get at today. But right now I'm going through having pre-workout meal. So with pre-workout, I feel it's important to have some sort of routine before you train. I completely understand not everyone is going to be able to do this. Obviously with work, with different commitments, with kind of being rushed into the gym, etc. as well. But it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but it could be as simple as, you know, spending 5 minutes in your car, like before training, listening to music and kind of getting yourself ready to go. So it could be something as simple as that. For me, personally, I will finish my last kind of bit of work and then I will eat pre-workout meal. Then I will get myself ready, pre-workout, coffee, etc. as well. I will drive to the gym. I will listen to some music, or else a lot of the time, I actually just don't listen to anything and I will just sit in silence. So depending on where my mindset's at, and then I will go in and train. I like getting focused. I like kind of switching off, and then once I finish training, then I'm back into work literally straight away, like literally sitting there eating my post-workout meal in the gym. So I think for me, sitting here, having that switch off time, having that bit of a routine that enables me to kind of get my head in the game for training as well, I think is super important. Oh. Fucking hell. I think I'm gonna have to change the t-shirt as well, because I've spilled everything on it today. Jam, look at this. Is like sauerkraut. This is like blueberry.
It paints a story.
It's a picture.
You should start framing them.
Framing the t-shirts and selling them.
Yeah.
Food art. I'm not going to show you my pre-workout meal, and I'm probably really noisy chewing eating as well. But I have my pineapple, my banana, my chicken and rice, and I've just had my honey as well. So we will eat this, and then we'll get my coffee, pre-workout, etc. ready as well. And then we'll drive to the gym. It's about 20-minute drive to the gym, just under that. So it's absolutely perfect to be able to listen to some music and kind of get myself ready. But this is what we're doing. It is pull today, tug day. So I'll take you along and I will show you through. Oh, I need to spit as well. I don't know what made me think this is going to be a good idea, actually filming what I'm eating as well, because this has just gone really wrong. This is the setup. We have the pre. That is Mega Pump by Conte, Mark 10 for 10% off. This is 2 shots of Nespresso in my little mug. So I'll drink this on the way. I'll have this in about 10 minutes. Then I will have this in after. And then we'll probably start training about 20 minutes after that. So yeah, give it time for the caffeine and the Mega Pump to actually kick in and do their job. Yes, gang. So starting off this session with the upper back pull down. So I like using D handles on this as well, so my wrists can actually kind of move whatever direction they want rather than being kind of glued to a bar. So as you will see here, really fucking opening up on every single rep, like literally trying to get as much range of motion as I can. I like to think about keeping the upper body where it is and then reaching up and forward. I almost like to think, like when I get into that full stretch, I almost like to think, okay, there's more range there. And I almost think like nearly like shoulders like up into the ears. And then as I drive through, I try not rock back much. I try and kind of keep that torso where it is, keep my chest tall, and then like drag elbows and then like retract shoulders and like pin them back as well. So it's a lot of upper back. It's going to be a lot as well. It's going to be kind of all back, but as a pull down, a lot of people think it's just going to be lats, but no, this is a lot of upper back in this. And I feel like starting with this really allows me to just feel things nice and open before I go into everything else. But yeah, this is nice. We were doing a pull up here, but I feel like from the pull-up, I was getting a crazy forearm pump as well for some reason. I think because the handles were so fixed. But yeah, we changed over to this, and this felt really good for this session. Now, next up was a single arm plate loaded pull down. So with this, you will see I actually pull myself down into it first, get myself set, and then I let that hand go, and then obviously reach up and forwards. And then as I drive down, I don't think about pulling back. I think about like driving down and elbow into the hip. So again, I try not even think about hand here. I literally just try and think about elbow, like elbow driving down. And I really try and drive it down and back as much as I can without like rotating that body around. But you will see the opposite hand as well. I like to hold on to that bar just to act as like a counter force. Because if I'm not holding on, I can't really generate much power when I'm in this. Whereas if I use the other hand for counter force, it just allows me to kind of generate a bit more force, a bit more power, and makes me a bit more stable as well. Now, chest supported T-bar row. This is a very humbling T-bar row. I think I've used ones before where I can do 4, 5, 6 plates. And this one, I think this is my top set here. So this is just over 3 plates, and it's hard. It's hard, but you'll see every back movement I do, straps. I strap up for absolutely everyone because, again, I'm trying to work my back and take that to failure. And if I don't use these, my forearms and grip will always give out before this. So into position here, and then again, proper range of motion. So I try, like, you'll see, like, I really open up into the stretch. When I'm coming into the stretch, I think about keeping my chest tall, keeping my torso where it is, and then reaching away with the bar. So I try not lean forward with it. I try reach away from myself and keep the torso where it is, and then really fucking driving back and trying to pin back. When I'm looking at this, I think it's the importance of videos. I reckon I can actually get more range of motion here as I drive through. It doesn't feel like it when I'm doing it, but again, looking at this, I reckon I probably can, to be fair. But this feels really, really good. Again, even that last rep there, like when you finish your rep and can't do any more, don't be afraid to take, 1 or 2 partials at the end, and even attempt another rep. So onto this single arm CeX Eagle. Now this is kind of lat biased, but again, like we can't just bias one area and not target another area. So it's going to be kind of hold back, but really driving that elbow down into the hip again. Again, opposite hand bracing, and when I'm pulling here, I'm trying not even to grip much. I'm literally, like, my grip isn't super tight, but it's just obviously elbow just dragging. I try and I think about like dragging aggressively. I think it's very easy just to reef and just yank it here, but at the same time, I don't want to just pull the weight and lift very light. So it's like being aggressive, but being aggressive pulling through the muscle, if that makes sense. Now the next movement, the prime pin loaded row. This is actually new into the gym. I've used this before and I love it. So we were using the extreme row here, but I would much prefer use this. So yeah, really, really nice. I think I'll have to adjust my position a little bit next time. I don't know. Maybe I could bring the seat maybe a touch lower. And I don't know. I think I'll have to mess around with this. This does feel really, really good. But I think it's just a case of running a couple of sessions here, getting used to it, and then it will feel more comfortable and a little less foreign as well. But again, really opening up every rep, and then as I pull through, really trying to pin them shoulder blades back even more. I've always had issues kind of really getting them shoulder blades back and elbows back all the way to hit upper back, but it's definitely getting better the more I practice and try every time. Now, onto this. That was 5 exercises done for back, 2 sets for each. Now we finished off here with a shrug variation. So you will see here, we're actually doing it on the prime row. So you will see what I'm doing here. I'm like, a lot of people will shrug up into their ears or like nearly forward, okay? But don't forget, like traps, the function of the trap is like elevation and retraction, so like up and back, and you will see my traps like really engage here as I pull through. So I really like this for a trap movement. Just one set here, but I really like this for a trap movement rather than just dumbbells are great. I love dumbbells, but even when doing dumbbells, I will try and pull up and back as well and not just up. So just something to be mindful of if doing any shrug variation. Try and really kind of pull back as you're shrugging as well, just to really get a full contraction here. But this is this is disgusting here to finish off. This is probably the exercise I hate the most because my back's already fried, and that just really finished things off. Now, look at that bunda. Okay, so we have the prime reverse pec deck. So with reverse pec deck here, obviously for rear delts, again, what I'm doing here, I'm pushing my hands forwards towards the machine. When I'm pulling, I'm not just thinking about pulling back. And then like, you'll see my hands don't even pass like my body. They only come to kind of like 90 degrees here. So I'm thinking about pushing forwards and dragging like out. So scrape my knuckles like off the mirrors in front, and then off that red door and off the black wall either side of me. I'm not thinking about coming back at all. You know, and you can only drag forward and out so much because it's your rear delt doing the work. You know, and if we're pulling back, if we go any further than this, for me, it's just trapping upper back. But this is all rear delts. Looking at this video, I don't know. I reckon I could probably have the seat maybe one notch lower, to be fair. I don't know. I'll mess around with it next time. But again, the importance of videos just to kind of see where we're at. But this feels really good. And even here, where I can't get any more full reps at the ends, you know, I will just aim for a couple of partials here, trying to aim for a full rep, but only taking it as far as it actually goes, just to really fucking finish this off when I can't do any proper reps. Bicep work next. So I only recorded one bicep movement here. So single arm dumbbell preacher curl. So you will see I don't like sitting down and leaning straight over this because my mobility isn't great. So I feel like my shoulder comes into it. I feel like I don't feel my biceps. So I kind of like lean over it and like let that side just kind of hang down. So basically I try and put like my shoulder, my elbow and my fist like in one line, and then I just let the bicep pull in that one line, if that makes sense. So again, not crazy weight here. You know, I've done the crazy weight here. I've done 17, 20 kilo plus, and my arms just didn't grow. So I think for me, everyone's different, but for me, I don't connect great with biceps. You know, I really have to fucking think about, if I don't think, like I don't feel my biceps don't even get sore. So I have to really think about where I'm pulling from. I think it's because my arms are like octopus arms. They're just so fucking long, especially my forearms, that I don't know. If my forearms were a little bit shorter, I know I'd be able to contract a little bit better and connect. So I really have to, it's a muscle I have to really think about. Hence why they've always been so weak, because I am tall. So obviously when they're long, they have a lot more space to fill out. But what you will see here, like proper stretch every rep, proper contraction every rep, and then the last like couple of reps when I can't get a full rep, I will just like take it through how much I can. See what I mean? Like halfway, and then another one, just as much as it will come. Do I go for another one? No. So that is pretty much the majority of that session, apart from one bicep movement. Now, always finish off here with a stretch. So you'll see I will hang from the lat pull down, and I will just really let my lats, my shoulder blades, everything just kind of open up, and fresh blood to kind of rush in after the session as well. It's really nice. I think it's helped mobility and recovery as well. Yes, gang, so that is a quick little pull day wrapped up, and a little walkthrough as well. Let me know, would you prefer these sort of kind of run throughs or the actual training videos as well? I think a mix of both is good. I think in these ones, I can just literally kind of take you through the session and just my thoughts about kind of what I'm doing within each set, tips, cues, things that I think of, things that work for me and things that may work for you as well. And then training ones are a little bit more exciting as well. So I think combination of both is a good option. But let me know your thoughts. But I'm not going to ramble on. I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll be back over the next couple of weeks with a few exciting ones as well. Go through a grocery haul. That should be up by next week as well. A couple of shows coming up too. And I will kind of give you a rundown as well on where I'm at with this off season currently, and the game plan going forward from here based off where we are at. So I'll run through that over the next couple of weeks. But for now, that is all. Like, share, subscribe. Again, guys, I really appreciate you for watching. I really, really do. And it would mean a lot if you just gave us a quick share, or a like, or subscribe if you don't. But I'm out, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week, every Sunday.